Let's look at more ancient arena magic. I was going through my archives and I want to find new decks. I don't want to give you the same one over and over. And I have a lot of different ones I've played. This one was called Team Bolas. I'll give you a hint as to what the theme of the deck is. Treasure maps in it, so you know I have the glue to jank in the deck. I have jank glue currently in my deck. This is just a Grixis deck for obvious reasons. It's blue, black, and red for those who don't know. It's a color word. Yeah, and so we are facing off against, I think, pirates. And it's blue and black on the other side. So they don't know I even have blue. It's a mystery to them. Oh, goodness. Discovery. Very nice modal card. The other side you use sometimes for removal, but Discovery is such a good card. Hell yeah. Fuck you up. Give me a watery grave. Oh, look at me. Look at me doing that. I'm gonna opt, or I'm gonna scry. Actually, either way, I'm gonna scry. So yeah, back in the day, guys, if you wanted to play janky stuff, the card power level wasn't super high. I know if you have like that Bank Buster mech thing in Standard when I'm recording this from Kamigawa, serves a similar function to kind of what I would consider the OG in Treasure Map. Treasure Map is a wonderful card. If you're doing things that require a little bit of I wouldn't say ramp, a little bit of nuance, like if you're playing mono blue, drawing cards shouldn't be an issue. Scrying really shouldn't be an issue. If you're playing mono green, ramping shouldn't be an issue. If you're including those cards, similar. But Treasure Map can go anywhere. You could have that same effect you have in a blue deck or a green deck, and you can put it in a mono red deck. If you're playing a big mono red deck back in the day, Treasure Map's not a bad thing, because like you get card selection loosely, you also get card draw possibly, and you get like ramp because you get the treasures, and you get an additional land from it because it turns into a land when it transforms. Honestly, this isn't even bad magic. It's not even an episode of that now. What I'm doing right now is I am explicitly giving you word vomit. It's like ASMR treasure map porn. I'm just giving you the most erotic feelings I have for any magic card ever. Benthic Biomancer. Nice. And I don't put enough lands in my decks, so I don't draw them in Magic Arena very often. Anyway, Treasure Map's a wonderful card. If you're playing Historic, you're playing Tabletop, Commander. Perfect card for Commander. It fills in all sorts of roles because it serves as card draw, it serves as card selection. It's a wonderful little thing. And look at me. F you and your counters. What are you trying to quench my... I don't even like merfolk. Is that a merfolk? I think it's a merfolk. Anyway, the plus, as I continue to ramble on, it is like also 2:30 in the morning, and I'm doing this because I can. Wow. Wow. I may have baited him because I wanted more creatures on the board. Well, I could have paid for the quench if open the graves, huh? Okay, I gotta focus. I got so flustered by loving Treasure Map too much. Anyway, Treasure Map hits the floor. Let the Treasure Map hit the floor. Anyway, no mistakes yet. I don't think I've really made anything yet. If there's one thing also I've learned by not putting enough lands in your decks, yeah, we don't need scriptures. Throw that to the bottom. We need lands. Oh, good, sweet baby Jesus. if you never want your hand to be empty, don't play lands. As you can see from this game, if you just don't play lands, you're going to have a fistful of 5, 6, 7 cards constantly. And it's free discard fodder. Consider that a magic hack. Yeah, it's David's magic hack. Hashtag David's magic hack. Does that work for you? It should. Okay. Are they going to play something? Maybe not. Maybe they're not gonna play anything. Okay. Alright. Alright, we're gonna activate that treasure map. You know what? I'm not sure that was the right thing, but I think maybe I wanted to see if I could get counter spells out of them. So I'm not gonna ding myself for getting Moment of Craving. By the way, really wish we had Moment of Craving in Standard. Not that I play any Standard right now, even though Kamigawa I think is a wonderful set. I haven't had any urges to play Modern, like current Magic Arena. The only feelings I've had on it were to play Brawl. So maybe I'll have some Brawl videos in this series. Not likely, but maybe. Maybe I'll just play all Turgid, and I'll only play Turgid, and I'll just have 3-minute games in which either I get beaten in 3 minutes or people scoop when they see me. So, it's fine. Oh, yeah. I like me some Sulphur Falls. Give me that. Anyway, guys, you see Flux Channeler. Put on the screen. Flux Channeler is a proliferate. Wonderful mechanic. Love Proliferate. It works well with the Benthic Biomancer. Proliferate is a glorious thing that I didn't think they'd bring back. The first time it existed in a format that was used largely for -1/-1 counters, and they tend to do those a lot less than +1/+1 counters or other ones. Also, because it was Mirrodin, or now New Phyrexia, it was a lot of charge counters. Yeah, okay. Ha! But anyway, it's designed for my Bolas Planeswalkers to get extra counters. It's also designed to tick up the Benthic Biomancers to draw more cards. So it's just what I do. It's just, yeah. I like what my opponent's doing here, for the most part, because if you look at it, I like the idea I like the idea that they're exploiting Reassembling Skeleton for value. Reassembling Skeleton, low-key, is, if I had to make a top 25 favorite Magic cards, it's one of them. I don't know where it would fall in the top 25, but I would put Reassembling Skeleton in there. I find Reassembling Skeleton to be a incredible, lovely Magic card. We got more counter spells? I mean, you can only have so many. A deck can only have so many counter spells, guys. Alright, my Benthic Biomancers, my 2/1/1s that could become 2/2s if I really wanted to, just chilling. I actually am a big fan of my play so far. They haven't presented threatening me with anything. I haven't been given a reason to shake in my boots. So, oh man, Reassembling Skeleton's threatening. A 2/2 Reassembling Skeleton, that's double the power and toughness that it was before. Oh my lord. That's how they're doing it. Okay. Got a Turtle Bantu. It's pretty neat with like a, that's cute with a Reassembling Skeleton. This, what they're doing with the exception of the counter spells, is very me. It's a very me deck. I would gladly... Oh, is this the right move? I don't know if that's the right move. I mean, it kind of keeps them from being aggro, right? It kind of hinders them swinging for 5 menace next turn, right? Eldest Reborn seems like a really good card to play in this situation. I say that because if it's not countered, you get like, think about if you're an experienced Magic player or intermediate. You think about a single Magic card that, like a counterspell, for instance, a lot of times is a 1-for-1, or depending on resources, 2-for-1, or 1-for-2. Eldest Reborn, if you resolve it, it's almost like in a one-on-one game, it becomes a 4-for-1, roughly. In a commander game, 7, 8-for-1, 9-for-1, depending on what is on the board and in people's hands at the time. The card costs at a card shop. You can find it, I believe, probably in a bulk bin. It doesn't deserve to be there. It costs 5, and you're like, oh, well, the mana cost keeps it in check. I'm like, it doesn't? Eldest Reborn is a wonderful card if you can play it, and black is my favorite color in Magic, so you know. Big fan. What you gonna discard there, Zenzi? In the tank for Zenzi. Oh god, they're a man of culture. Or a woman, or anything, or they are a person of culture. That, like, Nezahal, I thank you. I appreciate this. You might need lands there, bud. Whatever. I'm gonna say it's okay. Okay, I don't mind what I did. I don't mind what I did. If it's greedy. Now, if you watch me play in this, it feels greedy. Obviously, if you see something, what you should be doing is you should be like, hey, you made a mistake, David. Put it in a tally and give me a shout out next episode, and give me a shout out when I notice a legitimate error you made, and I'll be like, you know what, you're right. I was bad and I should feel bad, and congrats, YouTube user. You told me, which is what this whole series is about. Anyway, they're gonna bounce a Benthic Biomancer. Oh dear. Oh dear. Now, here's what's awesome. You know what we get to do, guys? Even though my opponent's deck, I am gonna tell you now, I like it. Nezahal. We could get Nezahal. But why would we? The deck is built around Nico fucking Bolas. You're damn right that's nice. So, Nico Bolas, the Ravager, enters the battlefield. And what you gonna do, David? I'm reading my own card. I love the card. I'm glad I bought this at the floor. This card is reasonably expensive. Reprint better, Wizards. More people need access to more cards. Holy shit. I went ham there, didn't I? Hell yeah, I got a Planeswalker now. It's like past me wanted you guys to be able to read that. So I put myself in the tank for it. I don't know if that was the right move. Oh. Oh god, I'm dying. It's okay though. Well, if you think about it, the flyer now, the flyer can't fly over my biomancers to kill my my Bolas. So that feels good. I see you, baby. Attacking that ass. And they get a token out of it. And this can return to the battlefield. Let's draw 2 cards. Oof. What a painful whiff that was. Careful manual taps. The auto tapper's not gonna beat me this day. Hell yeah. Alright, card draw. I had more card draw in hand too. See? Proliferate. I'm drawing cards. Don't discard that one. There you go. Yeah. Alright. That was not a bad turn. Oh, wow, this deck. Seriously. If the fates of the world and Zenzi somehow stumbles across this, or if you know who Zenzi is, tell them I like their deck. I legitimately liked their deck quite a bit. Oh my god. It's so spicy. They've got the mythic shit with the God Eternal, like, their deck is so spicy. It makes me feel so good inside watching them play with it. Like, God. Except for the counter spells, I think what they've done is, oh, it's beautiful. What are you doing, David? Oh, you're gonna do the dispersal? Sorcery speed dispersal. How do you get rid of one of the gods? You make him get discarded. Hell yeah. Although they could actually pick the enchantment and discard it as well. They could pick the enchantment, because I think they're both 5 mana. I thoroughly believe they made the right choice. Guys, we're gonna pause here. We're also gonna rewind a little bit. I don't believe that you're going to see the combo in this game. But this is what the deck's built around. If you don't know the interaction, I'm gonna put it on the screen. Jace, Cunning Castaway, bad Planeswalker. I recommend going to buy him. He's a card that's very affordable as Mythic. You could probably buy that in paper for $1. Not a really fantastic Planeswalker. However, the one just to his left or to his right, depending on which Jace you're focusing on. Miko Bolas Dragon God. These two together that you're seeing on the screen. Awesome. It's awesome. So what ends up happening is Miko Bolas has the abilities of each other Planeswalker on the battlefield. He is a wonderful Planeswalker, and he's going to be in my Miko Bolas Commander deck. Spoiler alert to those who I play with. But he has Jace's shit. He has Jace's abilities. If you notice, the -5 from Jace says you get to create 2 tokens that are copies of Jace Cunning Castaway but they're not legendary, so they will stay on the battlefield. Now, Nicol Bolas has 5. Okay, I want to interject because I explained that Nicol Bolas started with 5 loyalty. I was wrong. It starts with 4. But since Nicol Bolas can activate stuff that's on Jace's card, if you get him up to 5, you can create 2 Nicol Bolases. And then those Nicol Bolases can tick up. And then those 2 Nicol Bolases on the next turn can make 4 Nicol Bolases. And you get the combo. And that's devastating to get that many Nickels going. So, that's the combo. And now all this talking I was doing makes more sense. I'm making more sense now than I did hours ago. So, yeah. That's not going to be an error. So, don't even put in the comments. Back to the show. I grabbed the good card. Oh no! Sad. Oh, it's so sad. Narset. Oh, Narset's bad in Commander. She fucks people in Commander. Narset fucks people in Standard with all of her cards. Oh god. She is the most beautiful character in the game. Alright, everything's been killed. He's dead, Jim. Well, I'm in a tough spot here, guys. What is David gonna do, right? 1 Planeswalker against a lot of power. Now here's the thing. 2, 3, 4, 9. I mean, it seems like they should be going face, right? That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now, Contentious Plan. Beautiful. Because it adds a counter to my treasure map as well. Now, here's the thing. Planeswalkers are scary. But if you're an aggro deck, going face, like, they could afford to exile lands if they leave Bolas on the battlefield in a technical standpoint. But Bolas, both of his Planeswalkers that I've put down they've bought me so much life. And you're not wrong for nailing Planeswalkers. If I'm playing Commander with my friends, it is advisable to attack like any Planeswalker that makes it into my deck has a really definitive value. I don't just put them in there because they're kind of okay. I put them in there because they really get me value. Because I'm a player, I love mid-range, I love value. I just super duper love value. I don't know if I've said that before, but I like the idea of constantly being able to snowball my games into having the resources to be able to do anything I want. So, having Planeswalkers that get attacked, it's good. That's good business. That bought me a lot of life in this game. Now, it just so happens that the Planeswalkers I was playing were hella scary. So, like, he's gonna buy me time too. And right here, getting rid of Bantu's fine. Nicol Bolas is going to die either way because of the nature of what they're doing. They're probably going to beat his face in. I also happen to draw a Vraska's Contempt, which is... it's weird. Like, to give you an idea of power level now, we have pretty good interaction in the content I watch from Standard of April of 2002. All the content I watch the interaction is pretty good from Kamigawa and the legal sets. and even going back to Historic mostly. But a card you'll never see now in Historic is Vraska's Contempt. This was a very good card. It isn't now. And I don't think it makes it into any of my decks. But exiling a creature, the guess at gaining 2 life, 4 damage. I mean, 4 just seems too much to pay. Like 4 mana seems way too much to pay for it, apparently. And I used to love that card because it used to get me where I needed to go. But now we've went from being totally outclassed on the board to absolutely having the entire place to ourselves. It's Bolas Tron. I got the mana. Why wouldn't you do this? And they're done. And they're done. Well, that'll be it. Wow, that was even a ranked game. I don't play those very often. Huh. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I'm going to go and see if I can find another interesting deck I played. And see if I played perfect in that one too. I probably didn't that time, but you gotta let me know!